We seen this poster. I don't know if it's on the center there, but years ago, our country asked young men and women to join the service. We were given the tools through our training. We learned the ropes. When I joined in '74, my brother was already in the Marine Corps. He said two things: learn the ropes and what strings to pull. And I took that to heart. So this afternoon, I'm going to teach the troops upstairs learning the ropes. Rites of passage, exit strategy. That's what's missing. When do we develop our exit strategy? The Marine Corps certainly has taught me. What I do know, I'm not sure which way, there you go. What I do know, August 17, 1999, I was in Yokosuka, Japan at the time, and this legislation passed, Public Law 106-50, Veteran Entrepreneurship. It gave us 3% set-aside opportunity to compete federally. The government is mandated to give 23% of all products and services to small businesses. We own 3% of that. Sadly to say, since 1999, we've only achieved 1%. Each point has a $6 billion annual revenue. So there's an alternative to employment. We need to team up with the primes. I teamed up with Hensel Phelps, and I was part of the FORSCOM Reserve Headquarters at Fort Bragg. I was part of the 7 Special Forces at Eglin Air Force Base, a 3-year contract, and I hired veterans. That was because Hensel Phelps hired me as his subcontractor. Hensel Phelps had the contract, and they don't have hiring opportunities because 70% of that work had to go to small business. So if you're not thinking about that alternative, this is why I'm here today. The real reality is this. This way? Okay. SAG Corporation was hired to find out if veterans are fit for self-employment. And they've concluded that military service itself wasn't the impetus of why I'm a business owner, was the fact that I decided to join. My first business contract was in 1974. Back then, I was guaranteed 3 meals and a cot. And I got that. The return on my investment is my post-service care. 1999 is my best benefit. It allows me to compete. I'm a 50% service disabled. I was talking to Joe Shapley, I'm not sure where he's at. Here you go. Marine, never applied for his VA. Hasn't applied for his disability. I retired April 1st of 2000 purposely, April Fool's Day. Because service never ends for Marine. And the reality is this, is veterans have the greatest program. When I was rated that 50%, I had 12 years to execute my vocational training. I applied for it 2 years ago. I heard the word need. VA is there to meet my needs. I had to learn how to articulate those needs. And I wanted this Public Law 106-50 to be the foundation of my needs, so I got my voc rehab, and I completed in April, and it funded some extended business courses. It paid for my equipment. And I was talking to Joe. He's trying to get computers to veterans. We're already allocated those funds. We just haven't applied for them. We already have the tools and the skills to succeed. What SAG Corporation realizes is the fact that we joined the military makes us entrepreneurs. These primes out there, you have 2 recourses: hire us or contract with us. That's what we need, because Colonel Meyer said it, we want to work. I could never work for anybody, I'll tell you that right now. That was part of my need. The VA is supposed to support my need. And I worked for some folks when I retired, but I knew that I was not able to work for them, but I went there to learn how the business worked and got my Master's of Science in Electronic Commerce and understood that someone said networking is about working. And we networked 6 years ago, and we stood connected. The opportunity is now, and I had a video that I was going to display, but Scott Logistics didn't work. I gave the Colonel one of the videos, but we are veterans on the mission to rebuild this economy. This is what we do. We are all going to get knocked down. No matter our injuries, we have the stamina, the courage, the skill. We are the greatest population to rebuild this economy, literally. We have the capacity to understand the task at hand. What I love about the Marine Corps is this MAGTF. We're amphibious, we're Marine Air Ground Task Force. This is the task force. He's an employee, I'm an employer. How do I team up with him? He's here for two reasons. One, because he's a veteran, but two, he's my foot into Conway, okay? And I'm going to use that. I'm going to leverage that because on May 17, 2012, I will have a small business summit in Paris, California, where small businesses are connecting, securing contracts with all of you guys, and creating jobs, okay? I know that you can't hire everybody, but I suspect you are a federal contractor, and you're a prime, and you have to meet your 23% set aside somehow. It's a lack of awareness on what we have and our inability to use it. Kissinger said it best. He said the greatest commodity is information. This was back in the 70s. We're in an information era. I can see everybody with their little iPhones in there. We are talking, you're connecting. We have to connect, unify, and multiply because we will boost this economy. And I'm going to ask all of you, this poster is directed at us veterans. I want to ask all of you to put me to task and say after me, I want you to boost this economy. Please say it. I want you to boost this economy. We are better equipped to do that. There's 23 million veterans today. In the history of this country, it was 44 million. This time is the largest population out there. By 2035, we're going to lose 70% of that population. The footprint is being reduced because our greatest cost is post-service care. My benefit, his benefit, Joe's benefit is a hidden treasure because they have elected not to use it. When you use it, you get federal dollars into your community and you boost your economy. And you don't drain the economy because we come across as a cost center because Joe's looking for equipment. So someone's going to have to raise those funds. Joe probably has the equipment, he just hasn't applied for it. We know this much, that the footprint is being reduced for a lot of different reasons, and the reality is we're 300 million civilians. And as the Colonel said, 1.2 million, you're going to drop a couple 100,000. We're going to be insignificant, but we're the best there is. We're the best pool of business owners, and we need all of your support. If you can't hire them, contract us. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.